So you're not even a police officer?
Currently, I'm starting a new commission with a village up in Richland County. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but what I'm saying is you're not even a police officer.
Copy.
Yeah, in that cruiser that has red and blue lights on it.
That's why I called him. I said, you can't do that.
No.
I said, yeah, your car is not illegal.
I need to go talk to him. Thanks. Hi there.
Yeah.
All right. So you're an actual Cleveland police officer?
No, I'm not with Cleveland PD. I work for Cleveland Watchmen. We're a security company that hires only off-duty police officers to do traffic control for.
Are you an off-duty police officer?
Yeah. Yeah.
So who are you with?
Pickaway Sheriff's Office.
Pickaway.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're out of Ohio, and you're here working in Franklin County in Whitehall as an off-duty police officer.
April 8th, 2021. Whitehall police officers were dispatched to the area of Collingwood Avenue and East Broad Street for a call regarding a man impersonating a police officer. A former Pickaway County Corrections deputy, Casey Williams, 26, of Ashville, was found asleep in a black and white Crown Victoria with red and blue lights on it. The following video is the full interaction from the officer body-worn camera footage.
No, I'm working as a security guard. So we do.
No, you're uniform marked as a police officer. You're working as a police officer right now with a car that has red and blue lights on it.
Yeah.
All right.
I've got some paperwork I can give to you from.
Absolutely, and I'll need to get your information. I've been asked to come up here by my deputy chief and get that.
Okay.
Because yeah. Here, you.
74-105.
So you want to help over here? We're finished up with the work anyway, but they offered it, I guess, as special duty to your guys.
No, they did not.
Okay. That's what we were told.
Not at all. Nope. Not at all. And if it gets offered to us, if we pass it, we have to give it to Franklin County.
And they said they offered it to them and they passed too. So.
No, they did not.
Okay.
We're at 712. Okay, that 966 Pierce is a problem house. I think there's a female family.
Where's the car come from?
That comes and goes there. That has
Cleveland Watchmen, the company that I work for.
I don't remember her first name.
So they're owned by two. It's a not-for-profit agency owned by two Cleveland police officers.
Not bad, sir.
55, copy of 12 for me.
Go ahead.
Henry Paul 7740. Henry Paul 7740. Go ahead and just print that out for me. I'll be out here at Collingwood and Broad talking to this company working up here.
Copy.
Do you have your ID on you by chance? So I can get your information? Are you full-time over in Pickaway?
I live in Pickaway, so let's see.
74 to 105.
So I left the sheriff's office there. I'm going to. I was full-time there. I left full-time as a jail dep there.
So you're not even a police officer?
Currently, I'm starting a new commission with a village up in Richland County. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but what I'm saying is you're not even a police officer.
Copy.
You're currently not a full-time or a part-time police officer anywhere?
Reserve.
Okay, where are you a reserve officer at?
So, give me a second. I'll give you the name of the village because it got hooked up through the company here that I'm working with. So.
Okay, do you have an ID from that village?
Not with me, no.
Not with you?
No.
So you don't have an ID, you don't have a badge. What's the badge you were displaying earlier?
Sorry?
What's the badge you were displaying earlier?
What do you mean?
Do you have a badge?
Yes.
What was that
The-
badge you were displaying earlier?
That's my old Pickaway one.
So you have a Pickaway County badge, but you don't work for them?
It's a previous one from there, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You have that with you
Flex-
currently?
Yeah, it's a flex badge.
Can I see that, please?
Yeah. It's not from them. The issue from them. It's previous.
All right.
So
55 to 63.
why do I feel like I'm about to actually get
You,
pinned up by you guys for?
Yes, I'm going to need you to stop up here, please. I'm on the KFC lot at Collingwood and Broad. This has gotten much deeper.
What are you on?
Yeah, well, I talked about you earlier, that traffic detail.
Okay.
So the company,
25 to
the
55.
company's trying to get you a reserve commission.
They already got one.
They already got one.
So the guy that owns the company, he's in my unit for the guard, and then another
25
guy
to
that's
55.
in my unit is Chief of Police,
Stand by.
Sergeant Proper. And let me call John, who
Who-
is the command sergeant major in my unit. He's also the
Okay, those are all military people, right?
yeah, but he's the owner of this company. He's the owner of this company. So let me call him.
That's fine.
Hey, John. Okay. So I'm out here in Whitehall.
Yeah, 55. Copy no oil number for me. Tom 995845. Tom 995845.
Casey Williams.
Yeah, print that off for me and hold it.
And 105. Good. Went ahead and did a check on her. Just one possible for theft out of those. Good, verify, please. We may try to get them to make contact with this house. Talk to them about the vehicle. It hasn't been 24 hours yet. Coming. -55.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you 10-5?
Yeah, I am right at the moment.
Not quite sure what you got up there, but if it's going to be like an impersonation kind of thing, we're right down the road. We can help you with that part of it.
Yeah, actually, both might want to come down here to handle maybe the military end of it.
Okay, we'll be down that way. He's just finishing some notes. Go ahead. Just FYI, possible was no good. Copy, thank you. I'll be en route to 55.
And 55 to 111. Yeah, you work for Pickaway, correct?
Hey, from.
Yeah, why don't you stop over here for me? You might be able to answer a question for me.
Hi, copy. Burn up from 220.
80 to 55. Still 55.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if you ran that or not, but he's got a line of duty crash from Meigs County.
Yeah, I know. At one point, he might have worked for somebody.
Okay. I don't know what you have. Just let me know.
Yeah, 55 to radio.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and if you would, for the screen, just add this company name. This is the power company that's up here. It's Matrix, Mary, Adam, Tom, Robert, Ida, X-Ray, and Nora, Adam, Charles.
Okay. Initially just kind of did a comment screen. Do you want like a 48A screen?
Yeah, that'll work for now. Just make up a screen and put this all in on it. Are you guys out of Pennsylvania? You guys out of PA?
The company is, but we're...
Okay, I just saw the tag. That's what I was wondering if you guys
Hey,
are
you know
out.
an Aaron Oakley? I think he used to be a Whitehall cop. Now he's a lineman.
There.
I didn't know if you might know him or not.
No, he could have been one of our auxiliaries. There's a ton of them.
What's going on? I don't understand.
Go ahead and sit around.
He's not a police
location from 220.
You guys, who's the supervisor?
He's gone.
He's
He's gone right now. He went to AEP.
That's his
second
back?
command now.
Okay.
I want to say AWP hired him. Did AWP hire you?
Yes. AWP hired. So
AWP or AEP?
AWP,
Okay.
area-wide protective. It's the-
Aha, okay, them. Okay.
I assume you guys may have had problems with them the way you said that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the village is Glenmont, Ohio, and I was trying to call the chief just now to have him vouch for it. So, hey George. Okay, so Whitehall Police is here.
I'm pulling up with S55. Copy.
Here. Tell me what's wrong with it.
It's plastic.
Yeah. That's what he was displaying. And he's armed and everything.
Have we taken his firearm or anything off of it?
Not yet. See, this is who he works for, which is, he's in the military.
Yeah, that's screen printed.
He's in the military. The guy who owns his company is his commanding officer, some sergeant, first sergeant, sounds like. All right, and they got hired to do this company here, area-wide protection. He says he used to work.
It was AWP was on one of those trucks.
Yeah. Well, no, that's them. They're separate. So he says he now works for the village of Glenmont, Ohio. He used to work in Pickaway County. I said, so you're currently not certified anywhere? And he goes, well, I'm a reserve officer. I said, give me an ID or a badge. He said, well, I don't have one because they're trying to get that to it. So he's over there with his boss, who is a military officer. All these people are related to the military that work for this off-duty
Where's the military guy?
Well, that's who.
What's up?
Is he is.
All right, real quick. So, this is what he was displaying. It's fake.
That's cool. Well, maybe that's
He
all
is.
it is.
He is armed. He's
Okay.
fully armed, acting as a police officer. He has a vest on that says police. All right. Now he says that he worked for Pickaway County Sheriff's Office, but he no longer works for them. And I said, well, let me see that badge you were displaying. He said, well, and I said, no, let me see the badge you were just displaying when I pulled out, because he was showing it to Jeff Hart. So this is what I took off of him. I said, so who do you work for now? And he says, well, I work for a village. I said, well, let me see your ID for them and our badge. He said, well, I don't have any. I said,
For who? Who does he work for?
Well, he finally gave it to me because he had to call his boss, who is the owner, who, they're all related from the military. They're all in the same military unit together, who is either retired or off-duty Cleveland police officer who started this.
Yeah. But my question is he a police officer?
Well, he's on the phone. He's trying to get a hold of his chief now of this village, who is the village. It's Glenmont, Ohio. But he says this Cleveland police officer, who he works for this company, is trying to get them all reserve commissions through this village. So he's currently not a police officer anywhere.
Okay, so he's not a police officer. That's
That,
fine,
yeah, he hums around about that. He won't give you a direct answer, but he finally said, you are not a police officer anywhere. Well, no, not really. I said, you're not commissioned anywhere. So,
All right, so he's not a police officer.
no.
So if he is not a police officer and he's working for this company,
Well, they don't know. They basically, so this area-wide protection, as soon as he said that, that's the one I dealt with before with the same exact problem. Area-wide protection hired Cleveland Watchmen, which is off-duty Cleveland and other officers through a military group. It's a group of military people that are officers. They hired them, and he came down. That's why this comes back, I guess, to the company. And it's got red and blues.
well, here's what I suggest. One of two options. I'll leave it to you. You're the boss out here. But I would say, if he's working for this company and he is not a police officer, we have two options. One, which he can work for a company and he can regulate
not our bad.
traffic.
I know,
Yeah.
but he worked
Look,
for them.
feel it.
He worked for Pickaway.
What's his name?
He's got Casey Williams.
Casey Williams.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's over there. You know
Casey?
him?
Yeah, he was fired from Pickaway.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, he's displaying their badge out here.
That's a made badge. That's not our badge.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't provide those, and we don't approve those.
Well,
Yeah. So you have two options. If he wanted to stay working, he would have to take off.
there.
Yeah.
This is weird.
Right.
I'm still getting used to it.
He's
he's over there.
So
He's armed.
I would say there's two options.
Hi,
Listen,
Lieutenant. How are you?
I would say you could say, well, if you're going to regulate traffic, you have to take off anything that says police officers, and you cannot turn those lights on if they have a blue light on them. Period. Unless that law's changed, only police officers can have blue light.
Okay.
Or you would cite him for having the blue light and charge him with impersonating a police officer. Or instead of just advising him, you could do both of those things right now if we saw him doing all this stuff that you're saying.
Well, I'm
And I don't
going
have
to
an
see
issue
what
with that.
Pickaway County wants to do about this
And
too.
if we charge him
He's in
with the
panic
some-
mode.
I did not.
Yeah, if we charge him with that crime and we cite him with that, and we impound that vehicle for the equipment violation, which we could also do, but we don't have to do that, then I'm pretty sure that's going to take care of this process in the future.
Yeah.
Summons him for impersonating a police officer. He's got a badge on him with a claiming to be an officer. They didn't need him hauled around. Write all that up about who he is and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, if you want to. He's out here regulating. He's out here it's not impersonating. I think that's the theft offense. Impersonating a police officer. Make sure, if you don't know this, Joe White, there's two different impersonators. There's one called impersonating a police officer, and one called personating a police officer. One of them, I think, it's the impersonating is under the theft section, where you're doing it. I think.
Well, I'm trying to
But
get
then-
before I go that
yeah,
route.
you'd have to see which one applies, and I'm not sure about
Before I go that route, I definitely want to find if he has a commission with Village of Glenmont,
Yeah.
It's a
Then-
village here in Ohio.
then yes.
Right, but then but either way, he's not working for them right now, so that light doesn't come on, and he displays nothing that says police. And then I'm okay with that resolution too, if that's where you end up going.
But wouldn't he get a CCW charge too if he didn't have a concealed carry, but he has it on?
Yes.
Well, he's open carrying.
Oh, he's open. It's fine.
But he's in the vehicle.
Not when I haven't seen him in the vehicle. He was out walking around talking to Jeff Hart when I was
Well, when we saw him, he was just sitting in the vehicle. So if he had it on him,
No?
then it would be a CCW.
Well, it would probably be an improper transport, right?
Yeah,
because
improper handling.
Yeah, improper handling, because he's got it openly displayed at least. But that you're right.
but
That's a
the
good
vest.
call. That you might have a violation on that of some sort, depending on what he's doing. But if he's out walking around with it, then we don't. But if he's in the vehicle driving, then it's not proper secure, right? Then you have that also.
All right, let me go.
I'll let you decide, Rex.
All right.
But he might end up with at least secured until we figure out what.
Yeah. Here, give that to Brooke and for now.
Okay, so I can't get a hold of the chief from Richland Township, which is Glenmont.
It's Richland Township.
Yeah.
So it's a township police department,
No,
or
it's
is
the
it village?
Village in Richland Township. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a village in Richland.
But you have no ID from them,
No,
all right?
no.
And have you ever been sworn in by them?
I've talked to the chief.
No.
that's
I'm
not
asking
what
you
he
a
asked.
direct question. Have you been sworn in
Now,
by
this is
them?
very important you answer this correctly, because being a former police officer or someday a current police officer, you know if you lie in this situation, you go directly to jail.
No, I'm not-
So I'm going to
I'm
put
not-
that right
listen,
out.
I'm not
So
trying-
if
I'm
you
not-
are telling me you are a police officer right now, is that what you're telling me?
No.
So you are not a commissioned police officer.
I have spoke with the chief.
That's not what I'm asking you.
Okay.
I'm asking you one question. Are you a commissioned police officer through the state of Ohio?
I have an OPUDA certificate.
That's not what I'm
That's
asking.
not what we're asking you.
I'm explaining to you. I have
No, you're not. You're not answering the question. You're avoiding the question. It's very simple. Are you a sworn police officer anywhere in the state of
means
Ohio with
commissioned.
any department?
Not currently.
Okay, that's the
Not that,
question.
well,
Not currently.
I'm unsure.
You can't be unsure.
You can't be unsure.
You would have to raise your hand, swear,
Okay.
sign a form, and you would get
I've talked to the
paperwork on that.
Hello.
Talking to the chief is not enough.
Yeah, the chief of police is here. So
So he's not commissioned with Pickaway. So that he's not going to get back.
okay. 1 second. Would you be willing to speak to the supervisor from the company,
From
from Watchman?
Watchman?
Yes.
Is he an actual police officer?
You are an actual police officer, correct? Okay. Okay. Yes, he is. Where are you commissioned at?
It doesn't matter. He's not here doing anything.
Yeah.
I don't care if he's the superintendent of the state highway patrol. That's irrelevant to the situation. So you can talk to him if you
I
want,
will.
Rex, but I got no.
Yeah. Hello? Yeah, this is Sergeant Atkins with the Whitehall Police Department. Okay. Well, the issue is that we have a off-duty officer, or not an off-duty officer, a person acting as an off-duty officer with a semi-marked vehicle. It's red and it's black and white. It doesn't have any police markings on it, but it does have red and blue lights on it that were being displayed out on one of our main thoroughfares, Broad Street, okay, with a gentleman wearing a vest that's marked police and a full duty belt with a badge that says Pickaway County Sheriff's Office, stating he's working special duty here in the city of Whitehall. All right. Now the issue is that this company that works for AEP, they never contacted us about any special duty, all right, to work. And I know the lady at AEP, because I deal with her all the time, and she always contacts me if they have something here in Whitehall that they need special duty for. All right. So.
And I asked about this because I did. I really did. I promise you. Okay. I promise you guys 110%. I am not.
And I've had this same issue with AWP before. So I'm not putting the blame totally on you or anything like that with the Cleveland Watchman group, but AWP has tried this before, and then they say, well, no one wants to work. Well, that's not true, okay? We have our own special duty officers that work these traffic details, okay? And if we can't get it, we contract with the sheriff's office here locally. There.
He said he worked for the city of Cleveland.
Good. No. But Casey.
It says that is until I got the new one from the Attorney General to give you I literally someone else put this one. I put it on. I'm not. That's what we call sexual. You guys, be honest.
Okay, he is not a commissioned officer. Actually, I have a female officer here that worked for Pickaway County that now works for us, and she said that Casey was fired from them. All right. However, he's out here in a full duty belt with a police vest with police markings on it, displaying a badge that says Pickaway County. And it's not a real badge anyway, it's a fake plastic badge that someone's had made. Oh yeah, because we're deciding now if what we're going to take him on, if we're going to take him. And this vehicle belongs to who? Because he says it belongs to the company. Okay. Oh, I understand that. He's not commissioned through anybody right now. He can't even tell. He says it's Richland Township, and I said, well, is it a township or is it a village? He said, well, it's a village. I said, well, it's one or the other. I said, you know, it's either a township police department, a village police department, a city police department. You tell me. And so we got down to the nitty gritty, and we just flat asked him, are you a sworn officer with any place in the state of Ohio, any department? I don't care if it's a township, a village, a city, what? He says, well, I have a POTA certificate. I said, I didn't ask that. I said, are you a sworn police officer? And he said, no.
Which doesn't matter. I mean, he's not displaying that kind of stuff. He's displaying that one, and we know he's not part of that. Right.
Lieutenant himself would like
I haven't had a chance.
Because they're going to handle it on their end as well. As far as they want to.
Okay. What's your first name again? I'm sorry.
He's displaying Pickaway County Sheriff's Office after his dismissal from there. Because he was under investigation.
There.
That's why he left.
That doesn't surprise
He worked
me
in the
a bit.
jail. He never worked for Rex.
All right. And what's a phone number for the company, or a way I can get a hold of you if I need to?
The biggest issue is he's not.
Okay. No, that's all right. Just so I have a number to go with. All right. Yeah. Let me talk to the other, find out what's going on here, and I will call you, give you a call back. All right, and let you know. If he does.
Perfectly fine.
Well, here's the question: if he does end up going with us, all right. What do you want to do with this vehicle?
Yeah, we drove by and I seen him sitting there, knocked out, sleeping. And he told me they were hired.
I understand.
Whatever else.
Let me figure it out, call you back, and I'll let you know. You ready?
He said they're flagsmen. Yeah, but I know. Is the one that hired reached out and hired him.
All right, I'm gonna leave it to you.
Yeah, he
no
says,
matter what, we're gonna do a code 1 on it, right?
yeah, he says that I just talked to the owner of this company. He says that this area-wide protection contacted them, all right, and said, we have a detail in Columbus that we can't get covered. Can you guys do it? He said, I was not aware it was in, he goes, I'm from Cleveland, I don't know your jurisdictional boundaries on it. He said, I was told it was in Columbus and they did not want it and were not available. And I explained how we do it. He says, I understand. I totally understand what you mean. That it's in your jurisdiction, and you contact the county if not. He said he's never met this guy. He says, I've never met him. He goes, I was advised through other people that he worked for the village of Glenmont, and he had a commission with them. He goes, and we hired him because he lived down there. He goes, I would never have sent, he goes, this is their car. He said, we maintain our own fleet of cars up here because we work mostly up here in Cleveland area. He goes, I would have never sent him 5 hours away with one of our cars if I didn't know he wasn't a police officer. He goes, I'm being, and I said, all right, I understand that.
All right, well, he's getting hold of the chief of that department, so we'll verify there that he's not that one and he's not that one, obviously.
And he does
so
not have a CCW.
I'm okay with whichever route you go with it, and he doesn't have a CCW, so I'm okay if you want to write it and then just put a stop to it, or if you want to charge him. I don't care either way.
All right.
55, you good if we clear them?
Yeah, what's his?
You need any more, Rex?
No. No thanks. What's his, did you contact Pickaway?
I did. I contact Lieutenant.
All right. What was their take on it? What did they?
He said absolutely not. He's left a while. He left before I left because he was under investigation and he was going to be dismissed. So he chose to quit before that investigation ended.
Did they get all their badges back?
Yes, that's a made one.
I know, but that's what I'm saying, because when I initially asked him, he said he had a Pickaway County badge.
That one.
Well, and that's when I said, show me.
Yeah, it has to be checked off. When you leave, you have to turn in your ID.
Okay,
and
I just
your
want to
badge.
make sure.
So, yes,
I want to make sure he
it.
does not have anything else on him.
No, so he probably because he worked in the jail, he never worked the road. So when he worked in the jail, our deputies still get the deputy badges. So he probably scanned, because that looks like it's just a sticker. So he probably scanned that, had that pre-made before he left, turned in all his stuff, and then left. Which Lieutenant's requesting a copy of the report as well, because he's pretty pissed off that he's representing Pickaway County.
I understand. All right. Yeah, you guys are good then. Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
This captain's supposed to call me back from Belmont or wherever.
From
Glenmont.
Glenmont.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's supposed to call me back. Just so I can verify that, I just need
Yeah.
to narrow it down. So.
If he's not, then that answers that.
So can I talk to you before you make any decisions here?
Give me one minute. We're going to verify one more thing with. All right, and then I will let you know. Yeah. If you just want to hang out by the car, that'd be great.
I did get him to verify that he did have the gun on him while he was sitting in the cruiser. So it's up to you what you want to do. I'm still going to take a report on it so I can send it to Pickaway. But
Yeah.
it's really up to you what you want to do with that.
I think we've kind of ruined his career anywhere. This company's going to fire him anyway. I just talked to the owner. He's like, no. We were not aware of that. No. And I said, well, what do you want to do with this car? And he said, well, we'll have to send people down there if he gets arrested. So I told him I'd call him back.
Well, I even told him, I was like, if you would have been upfront with us from the get-go, I was like, we would be more willing to work with you. I was like, but it took my deputy chief to get in your face for you even to say anything.
Yeah.
And so he was like, yeah, well, I started yesterday. I was like, they could have written a memo, and you could have just been in a private capacity. I'm like, what made you put on the badge? I said, you didn't have to put on the badge. You could have had your gun readily available, and you could have had handcuffs. I was like, but the thing is, the only thing you could do is citizen's arrest.
Hey, Casey, when were you sworn in at Glenmont?
So, he's not.
He's not. He's never been sworn in.
So I talked to the chief. He was supposed to take care of it.
So you talked to the chief today?
Not yet.
Chief proper?
No, I was just trying to call him.
You were just trying to call him?
What?
Do you have his phone number?
Yes, of your time, uninterrupted,
Okay.
to explain exactly what.
Yeah, one
So
second.
he's saying he should be... When was this supposed to happen if it didn't happen now?
I was supposed to be this week to finish everything, paperwork and everything.
We'll go back.
I was told it's good. I have the chief's word, and I went on a man's word. That's what it is.
You went on it, or what do you want to do?
You don't have any documentation. You see the issue.
No, I do, and that's why why I'm trying my best to call the chief. I can't get a hold of him.
Because we're not exactly in business of just
No, I understand.
letting people come out here and say we're all the same, one team, one fight, right? You're
Yeah,
not
we
even
may have
hired.
to because he doesn't have a CCW permit, right?
And then he was riding the vehicle. Like that might.
Yeah.
So yeah,
He's gonna have
that's
one.
where we're at, Cap. I appreciate it. I just wanted to nail it down for my report. Williams, Casey.
Hello.
Last name Williams, and he said he was told by.
Hello? Yeah.
But originally he was
I'm
sworn in with you guys.
They're calling Prober, which is the guy that, the staff sergeant from the guard that
Let me go grab my
Sergeant Major Ball had.
Do you guys have more work you're going to be doing on Broad Street today?
road here? No, we're not that we're aware of with this job, I believe. Well, we don't know if we're going to be on this road or where we're going to be on. He's getting our boss is getting us a new work packer right now, so I don't know exactly where it will be, but I'm sure we're not going to be on. We're not going to have them today.
Probably not.
Oh,
Definitely, I can say not. Definitely not. I don't want to take him to jail, but I'm definitely going to take him in and summons him probably. All right. Unless did we get any information? Unless Glenmont says that he has a...
Glenmont, the captain said he's going to text the chief. He said that is a number to the chief, he says, but it's like 1 and 2. It'd be like the chief and one of the deputy chiefs. He was like, no. He's like, I've never even heard of him.
Well, here's the thing.
He was like, he said he may very well be in process, and maybe somebody knew him, recommended him.
Well,
he
he's
said
in the guard with the chief, is what it sounds like. So
with the chief himself?
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like the chief of this PD is his sergeant in the guard.
Okay.
So...
But he should still understand he's not the police.
And that's
he's been commissioned as a police officer.
And the only thing that ruined it for him is probably that Pickaway County badge. Because when he displayed that to Jeff Hart and all that, and he was wearing it around his neck, sorry. All right. You knew you didn't work for Pickaway. You got fired. They took everything. You turned everything back in. All right. So, yeah. We can, yeah.
I think it's an impersonation, in my opinion. But
and we'll park his car. I'll call the owner of the company back and tell them they can come pick up their cruiser. And
is the company still all the way in Cleveland?
Yeah.
So he drove all the way to Cleveland because he lives in Ashville, or does he live up that way?
I don't know how he got the car, but the company owner said yes. I would not have sent a guy, 5-hour round trip with one of our cars. So he must have drove to Cleveland at some point, picked up one of their cars on a 5-hour trip to come down here. He He goes, I was told by area-wide protection that this was a Columbus detail, and Columbus didn't want it.
Yeah, and that's fine, but at some point in time, where
He goes, he's never met this guy.
Yeah, but how do they? Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. How do they verify people's commission?
Well, that's the problem. It sounds like they're not exactly.
Yeah, because then did you say, hey, you can't have red and blue lights?
Well, up in Cleveland, this guy, the owner of the company, works for Cleveland. He says, we mostly work around here in Cleveland, which I can't believe Cleveland officers are happy with that, are happy with one of their own starting a company and undercutting their special duty. But that's what it sounds like they did.
They may not have the ability to cover it either.
That could be. But he hires nothing but off-duty officers. Now he may hire.
Well, because they had that FBI thing that stepped in there a little while.
Yeah, and they may have hired like townships and villages around Cleveland.
I live in an area that doesn't make any money, and I found a good paying job, and I was told by the guys, like, hey, we'll take care of a commission, we'll get it taken care of, it's no big deal. I come out here, I was told, hey, you can start, make some money. That's all I was trying to do. Please do not, I'm asking you for courtesy, man to man, please do not ruin my career, please, please, please.
I think you did that kind of on your own, Casey.
Please.
All right. The Pickaway County, you knew you didn't work for Pickaway County. You displayed that badge. All right. You're out here acting in law enforcement capacity, displaying a badge that you have no right to have, or a facsimile of a badge. That's not even a real badge. Yeah. You were aware of that.
Yeah,
okay.
It's not real.
Okay. So, all right, you're going to be charged.
Oh, seriously?
I'm serious. Okay. Now we're going to be nice about this. Okay. And we're going to take you over, and you can take your gun belt off, and you can set it on the hood of that car, okay? And we're going to take you in. We don't have to handcuff you. This officer James is going to pat you down, all right? And we'll let you out, all right, on a summons, all right? Now,
are we too far for me to?
We're
Listen,
okay.
It's completely deceptive.
Here's the problem. You don't understand that right now we can charge you for improperly handling in a vehicle. I can charge you for impersonating a police officer. All right, there's tons of charges.
What are you charging me?
Here, well, probably the impersonation of a police officer.
So the best thing to do right now is to just take off the belt.
Yeah, and I'm
all right, so let's step over here and take care of that first.
Smith, right here. Right here.
All right.
Take off the belt, and then I'm going to switch.
You don't have anything else on you, do you?
No.
All right.
Just,
don't reach in. All right, you should know the drill.
Don't interlock. Like you're praying. Okay. Like you're praying. Don't interlock.
Can I call my supervisor before
we will get a chance. I'm going to call the owner of the company, you mean? The guy I spoke with? I'm going to talk to him. He gave me his number, said to call him back. Okay. All right.
Which one? The one that you talked to on the phone on
George?
my phone?
Yeah.
No, the owner is John Ball.
Well, George is who I'm going to call back, because he's the one
He's just the supervisor.
Okay.
John is the owner. John's the one that talked to Sergeant Roper, who was supposed to help me up.
But you never talked to Sergeant Roper.
I did talk to Sergeant Roper, yes.
Go ahead.
A whistle.
Whistle runs next.
Yeah.
This is gun belt, but we're just going to lock this up so he can't take it.
Yeah, we'll just take that in.
Can we discuss another charge at least? Like,
All right. Where are the keys to this car? Where's the keys to this car?
Is it with your regular keys?
Is it with your regular?
Yeah, they're on my regular.
Do you have a property bag?
I don't. There might be one in the back of that.
Williams was charged with impersonating an officer and improper handling of a firearm.
Hey, I put his belt down in your floorboard, and then I unloaded magazines on your seat, just because I have literally zero storage, and he's in my seat that I put stuff in, and I'm in the passenger seat.
No problem. We'll see if he wants his stuff out of this car, because I think the company's going to probably come back down here and get this.
Who did you work?
Yes, sir. The advocate just called in here. Says that a Maggie Hall's been around here. Just came from court, and she's pretty upset. She's concerned about his family being at the apartment when she tried to go get her belongings.
Okay. Guess she wants to stand by for property. Is that what it sounded like to you?
Yeah, that's right. And she wants us to make sure that we're watching for her coming in. Not sure if the family's going to follow her.
$55 to radio. Yeah, I copped part of that traffic there. Is that the one over on Fountain Lane?
Yes, sir.
All right. Yep, 55 to L74.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that was at Code 3 from yesterday, where they went up to New Albany to locate. They had all the handguns. I believe it was part of the agreement, or they were to make an agreement with the protection order that he surrender those, or they collect them from the apartment. That may be what it's about.
Hey, is the trunk button in the glove box there?
74 radio, when she shows up, you can just, I'm not aware of anything special that needs to go on. You can just have an officer handle that as normal.
It's been a while since I've... Oh, there it is. Right there.
I'm just gonna take all his.
Yeah, take care. Oh my God.
It says you got a rifle.
All right. And it's loaded, right? Okay. We're not gonna. Yeah. Take all his stuff, and you can throw it in my car.
Okay. I'll put it in the back of yours. I'm just throwing everything in the back.
Hey, I think you're just gonna have to go the full course.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think it's 5 wrong.
Yeah, it's beyond that. I'm gonna go ahead and park this here. I'll call the company. They can come get it. I'll lock it up. Here's his keys. Yeah, go ahead and take him in. Do a interview on him. Mirandize him. Do an interview. Basically, same questions you were asking.
I'd rather not.
You got it.
No, but here's not that. Here's what I said. Why don't we have this towed to our lot, where it's at least semi sort of secure, like where we can watch it, it's on camera.
And then we can probably put it in the basement.
Well, no, we just as long as it's on the lot.
Okay.
All right, yeah, let's do that. Good idea.
I just would hate that somebody come jack up their car.
Especially since it does have red and blues. All right.
What's that? Well, things changed. We try to do the reasonableness test here, but listen, man, there's just way too much. You've got a code in there that doesn't belong to you. That's got deputy sheriff stuff on there. You got a loaded rifle. You're a traffic guy, man. That's all your detail's going to be. What active shooter situation are you going into? That you need to carry a loaded rifle and rifle plates. Listen, this is all because we're trying to look cool, whatever. I get it. Well, you're completely in the wrong. That's all I can tell you. Go ahead and put your foot in there.
Are you serious?
Do you have your
Our
super-
boss is headed here now if you need to talk to him.
That'll work. I'll
Right,
talk
he
to
needs
him.
talk when you get here, quick. He says you're getting locked up next. Please, I'm begging. Now, he'll tell you right now. He hung up.
Don't tell him to break no laws getting here, all right? I got enough going on.
You need to mess He'll come in here sideways. Please, he'll cry. He's that kind of person.
It's already starting out to be a long day.
So do I need to fill out a tow slip for it?
We probably, is that one his? Oh yeah. It had the red and white tag on it.
I got it. It's
Okay. Yes, we'll have to, because we'll have to give the tow company one.
Okay.
So how far away is John?
Did he tell you he was in a guard unit, Joe?
Huh?
Did he tell you he was in a guard unit? He said a guard unit, right? That's what I said, yeah. So supposedly now, I wasn't speaking.
Hey, before you do your before you do that, just he's gonna keep talking. Just reach. Yep. You understand? Doesn't have to be verbatim. You just have to cover the key points. Cards. Yep.
I did say just transporting that. Get this number right up in there.
That way, if you utter something or whatever, now spontaneous utterance is an utterance. I'm sure you can explain that, but you know, that way, if you got that burning question that comes right after he says it, you're in the right. So.
Okay.
You have to separate.
I knew, like I said, when we drove by, I just had a weird feeling. Like I said, I'm not in the business of, you know, sidebar investigating potential police officers. Because you don't think, like, what's the... Like, I could see somebody pulling this, like, somewhere crazy, but, like, in the middle of a municipality, like...
Well, and that guy said, he goes, I was told it was Columbus. He goes, we'd have never done this. All right, he goes, you know, he goes, trust me, I work for Cleveland. I understand jurisdiction. I understand that whole thing. He goes, I understand, you know, you don't step on other. He goes, up here, we work with all the departments around us and stuff. And I said, you know, that's not, I'm not blaming it all on you. What I'm saying is that.
Yeah. Dude, he's got...
It kept us skipping. He's got a loaded rifle and everything.
Yeah.
With the
rifle plates.
A fake badge, a jacket that has deputy sheriff patches on it from Pickaway. He got fired from it.
Said he was commissioned with the Glenmont Village. Called them and they're like, never heard of him. And then he was like, well, I mean, it was supposed to be done this week. I was going off a man's word. Like, you don't just get to be a police officer going off somebody's word. Like, and he's been commissioned like
Old Crispin said he's going to hire me, so I've pretty much got me.
He's been commissioned at 3
Charged
other
with the
places,
CCW?
and it's like, huh?
Charging with the CCW?
No, he had the improper, but I think we're just going to go. Yeah. I mean, because it's open carry, it's on a sip other than being in the car where you got the improper, but I mean, it's up to him, but I mean, I think it's just impersonating a police officer.
Definitely that.
And then leave it up to Pickaway County to charge him.
That's not my charge.
Leave it up to Pickaway County to charge him if they want for theft.
I just heard I drove by earlier and I'm like, can you have red and blue lights? And I'm like, I don't think
Now,
you can.
that's interesting. Is that going to be...
What are these guys
Could
saying?
they do a felony theft?
They knew nothing. Well, we're honestly, we're gonna have to probably get back in the station so I can start looking and reading some of these, because these are gonna be like
ones that
yeah,
you gotta deal with.
like the red and blue lights on this car is a violation.
Who's this car registered to?
The car belongs to the company, and the company is in Cleveland. And I talked to a supervisor at the company.
And he actually works for them.
He does. He says, I've never met him. He says, somebody else hired him. I know who you're talking about. And he goes, I was told that he worked for a village close to up here.
He's just all over the place.
And he goes, trust me, he goes, I would have never had somebody drive 5 hours, back and forth, because he pays him for that, to go clear down to Columbus to work a detail that we're not even supposed to be working. So yeah. So I think I got to deal with this supervisor here real quick.
How's it going?
All right. Are you the guy I'm supposed to take to jail?
Yeah.
Hey, they all said take you to jail. Except all right. So real quick.
Yeah, what's up with that dude?
He is not a certified police officer in the state of Ohio anyway.
That's crazy.
He is acting in the capacity. He had a fake badge, sheriff's badge. He had a loaded rifle. He's wearing a gun belt with a loaded gun. He's wearing a vest that says police officer. He has a car that has red and blue lights on it. Now, he works for a company that can do that up in Cleveland. So he's going to jail. We're going to impound the car. So you're kind of losing your thing. All right. We've had this issue once before with area-wide protection.
Yeah.
All right. Stepping in to a jurisdiction, because we work special duty.
Yeah. That's what I called, and they said they can't get no cops.
They never even called us.
Yeah.
I'm
about done with the area-wide.
Area-wide, because I know the lady at AEP, and normally she calls us direct. Yeah, Regina.
Yeah,
she calls
who I deal with, but
Regina normally calls me or the other sergeant directly and says, "Hey, we're going to be working in your area. It's one of our contractors." I mean, we've done it for tons of contractors for AEP.
Well, see, my contact AEP, who I was just with, who I go through, he said, "Hey, instead of going through Regina," he said, "just call area-wide and then getting us cops." But I don't know if it's been this guy or not, you know what I mean? So usually that's who I go to is Regina. And
she's the best one to go to because she knows all the jurisdictions. She knows all of it. She knows all of us here in Franklin County.
Yeah, because usually that's why I told Brian. Well, we had 2 cops cancel on us yesterday, the day before, and I said, "Call Whitehall." I said, "I see them driving around all the time, so why not call Whitehall?"
Now, the problem is, are you guys done out here?
Yeah, we'll be done out here. I'm going to go, I'll have these guys go in and do some other stuff, but we'll be done out there.
Okay, I mean, if you need, we can probably get you some stuff. Not like this short of notice, but if you need somebody next week or something.
Yeah, I finished this job up this morning when we did this outage. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and I just wanted to give you a heads up. Very trouble.
So is he like impersonating an officer?
Yeah. He used to work for a sheriff's department, but they got rid of him. Yeah. And that's who he's got their stuff still.
Man, he was out there fucking yelling at cars, and I mean, I thought he was like, but I seen his car this morning and it was like,
yeah. Now the car belongs to a company out of Cleveland.
Yeah, it just still doesn't look like it's.
No.
It just doesn't look like it's put
Well, you
together.
can't put. Now he could come, and so you guys know in the future, so so you're not saying like, oh, why'd these cops? Like, he could have bought that car at an auction, and he could put all yellow lights on it and sit behind you guys and work traffic as a private citizen. All right?
You can't have the blue and red, right?
You can't have the blue and red.
So is this company illegal for having the blue and red?
They are, all right? And they know it, all right? But that's why they stay up in Cleveland. Why they sent somebody down here, I don't know. Because they can't do what they hit with.
Why are they allowed to in Cleveland?
Well, probably because they all work for Cleveland. Cleveland PD just ignores it. I'm not saying that, all right? But that could be it, all right? You know.
Yeah, that's crazy. How'd you guys know?
Well, one of our officers went by and saw it and goes, that's not one of our cars. We don't even have cars anymore.
Yeah.
And he goes, so he stopped and talked to him. And he was asleep in the car. He was sitting behind your truck, asleep in the car. So he gets up and he talks to him. He says, hey. And he had the gun on. Is this dog getting overheated? Oh, yeah. So yeah, they drove by, they talked to him, and they just went, this doesn't seem right. So they came in, asked me, because I do all this. I said, no, nobody contact us for work, especially on Broad Street. I said, well, you may want to go out there and check with him. So when I got on, he was talking to our street superintendent, wearing the badge and everything. I walk up there, and I asked him directly, and he just started giving me, like, he wouldn't answer me. So I finally got down to the nitty gritty. I'm like, hey, you have a gun on you. I'm saying here, you need to be honest with me. He finally said, yeah, I don't want to. And we have an officer that used to work for Pickaway Sheriff's Office, and we brought her over, and she said, yeah, I know him. And I said, is this him? She goes, yeah, he got fired. And I said, well, what's she? Yeah, that's one of those fake. So he has a classic badge.
Really?
Yeah.
After I tell Carmen this, they called Brian and tell him, who the fuck is sitting me out here?
Yeah. So, all right. Well, we're not gonna hold you guys up any then, and or anything like that. And as long as you guys are done, and I don't have to worry about, because Mike, I don't want to get you guys out there and get you hit. I mean, I can get you somebody to at least.
No, we're good.
All right.
Just done. Had to raise all that stuff up.
Sounds
Appreciate
good.
it,
No problem. Thank you. All right, he gave all the right answers, so he.
Oh, damn it,
He's like, oh, were they? Wait a minute, let's negotiate.
See you guys.
See you now. Did the car overheat?
Mine?
Yeah, is that what it was?
No, where he put that sensor in, it's a metal sensor, and it sits close to that box. Anytime the sun
box
comes
gets
through, it instantly, and he's got it set real low. I need him to set it up higher to like 90, because it's set at like 75.
Oh yeah, that's gonna kick on all the time.
Yeah. So it's
the dog's probably in there going, hey, wasn't me.
Frank is Frank, and I know he's got a lot going on, and he does a good job, but he is overwhelmed.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you look in there, I was having trouble marking on my radio a while back. Well, it wasn't just my mic, it's the radio. So Wednesday's the next availability. He's got to try to fix it. So I undid my mic because the mic had a little bit of an issue, but it's screwed down. So he was like, oh, I don't have my Torx bits with me. I'll get with you. And I seen him a couple times. He's like, oh, I still don't have it. I'll get a hold of you. And he didn't get a hold of me, so I have the old mic still screwed down and just hangs in my overflow with my new mic. Yeah.
No, I didn't see. There's some like charger stuff in the glove box. That was it. And then this coat in the trunk with some caution tape.
Yeah, I think it's just caution tape.
No, it's actually police line tape in it. Oh, maybe not. Hold on. Nope, caution. Another license plate that not the same one that's on this thing. Do we have Eastland now?
Yeah, we have a bunch of caution tape.
55, the tow trucks here.
What is that? EOU?
Yeah, EOU 9698.
How you doing today, sir?
Alrighty, hey, this is going back to our station.
It's going to your station?
Yeah.
All right.
So we'll just take it and we can park it. It doesn't have to be in the basement.
Okay.
We can just park it somewhere on. So if you just drop it out back, we have a key. We can move it to where we need it. All right, because the company's going to come pick it up. All right. So we'll give you the thing with all their information. We'll give you a contact for the company and they can square up with you guys then on that.
Okay. Sign this here. My good pen broke, so I'm using a
I get it.
one now.
If I had to pay for them, who knows what I'd have.
Yeah.
That's why I like the police department. I can just go get them out of the cabinet.
I've got about 9,000 of them sitting in my nightstand. I grab one I use every day, came to work, click it, and the end just shot apart. I'm like, great. That's what kind of day it's going to be.
I said, if you want to move it out where you can get into it either, that's fine.
Yeah, if I can get it facing this way, that'd be great.
All right.
We'll just hold on to the release, right? Because we want to verify that somebody from that company's picking it up.
Yeah, he'll just need his copy. And then I'll call the company and they can square up with Eastland. All right, we good?
Yep. Can we go back and start slating?
Yeah, you can go back. I'll wait till he hooks up and I'll.
Do you want to hold this for whatever reason?
Yeah, because I'll call. I'm going to call them.
Add something?
I'm going to call them anyway.
Are the keys still in it?
Yeah, they're on the seat.
Sure, I can't go for just one little joyride? Is that why it's being taken?
Well, he's not a certified police officer.
Wait a minute, this is a rear-wheel drive, isn't it?
Yeah, should be.
That's all just $30 instead of turning it around again. I'll just turn it around.
Whatever's easy.
None of it's easy. Easy would be home enjoying a beer.
Yeah, especially on a day like today.
Oh, yeah. But tonight I can't even do that when I get off because I'm on call tonight.
Ah, you get the same thing we get. Yeah.
We usually only do Sunday nights, but one of our guys just had a kid last night into this morning. He asked me to cover for him so he could spend a couple days with him, so...
Thank you for watching and supporting our Crime Time Spotlight. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and please hit the like button, as it would help our channel tremendously.